Karen always thought she ruled this mountain, like some self-appointed sheriff with a clipboard and a cheap walkie-talkie. I'm Jake, a former intelligence officer now working with the FBI, and I bought this off-grid cabin deep in the woods to run. Private tactical training sessions for federal agents, quiet, confidential, and far away from nosy neighbors, or so I thought. The cabin was reinforced, soundproofed, and marked as a restricted site under federal clearance. But Karen didn't care about that. She claimed my land belonged to the local HOA, an HOA I never joined and legally wasn't even under. She had formed her own community patrol with 2 other middle-aged busybodies, and that morning, while we were mid-drill inside the cabin, they kicked in the front door without warning. Boom! The door flew open, splinters everywhere, and there stood Karen, huffing and puffing, waving a laminated HOA violation sheet in her hand. "This cabin's a threat to the neighborhood. I demand answers!" she barked. One of our agents slowly turned, calm as ever, and flashed his badge. "Ma'am, you just breached a federal training zone." She laughed. Thought it was a prank, until 6 armed agents emerged from the shadows, weapons holstered but eyes sharp. We zip-tied all 3 trespassers and radioed the sheriff's office. Within minutes, local law enforcement and our division chief were on site. Karen screamed about rights and rules, but when we pulled the land deeds, security clearance, and court orders, her face went pale. Turns out not only was she trespassing, but she also had 2 previous reports for harassment and illegal surveillance on neighbors. The court didn't go easy. Karen and her crew were charged with obstruction of federal operations, unlawful entry, and impersonating enforcement personnel. The so-called HOA was disbanded by the county. But here's the real twist. One of the agents she tried to lecture that day, he was undercover, living nearby for over a year. And her activities had already drawn federal attention. So really, she kicked in her own downfall. And me? I just watched it unfold, door hanging off the hinges, justice walking in boots. Now I ask you, what would you do if someone like Karen kicked in your door? Thinking you were just another target?